G'day guys, welcome back to the potty. Today we have a very special guest as we are joined by young gun, Zac Dumesny. Firstly, thanks for getting on, Zac, but can we get a bit of a backstory on yourself?
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, guys. Pleasure to be here. So sort of started, I think, where a lot of the young kids started playing footy at Auskick level, then sort of progressed through juniors, like school footy, and then started playing footy over here for Brighton Bombers, and had a few close mates there, so sort of made sense to play there. And from there, got accepted into Sacred Heart College, and so started playing some college footy. And then, that's sort of probably one of the better decisions I've made in my life, I suppose. It's sort of helped me progress both with my footy and also with my schooling too. So, absolutely. It was awesome to go to school there anyway. And went to school there with a lot of talent too. Like Will Day drafted last year, and heaps of other boys too. And from there, played state under 16s. Went up to Queensland, I think it was, and so a bit of success there. It was a really good group, and been playing with those guys for about 4 or 5 years now. So then ended up getting in playing under 18 state level the year after, and as a bottom major, which was absolute honour. Didn't expect that at all, and same year was the year I was accepted into All Oz team as well, and likewise to what I said before, amazing much group of boys, and absolute pleasure to be able to be a part of it and be considered among the talent that was there. And from there, this year was meant to be part of the under 18 state team too, but obviously everything sort of happened a bit this year, so graduated from college footy last year, so been able to focus playing in South Adelaide, and got a few league gigs early, and then was injured, so sort of had 4 or 5 weeks off there, and been back playing for the end of the year now.
So what got you into footy, and at what age, roughly?
Yeah, so I was probably about 5 or 6, like I said, with the Auskick, but I think I've just always played. That's the sport my dad was always playing, and the rest of my family sort of played it too. And Dad used to apparently be not a bad footballer. Played a lot of country footy back in Victoria before he moved over here to SA. But so he's been a big part of my journey, and he's helped me heaps too. So.
So early on as a boy, did you play any other sports than just footy?
Yeah, I grew up playing a lot of basketball as well, so had to stop playing that probably 3 years ago now. Just playing local over here, and represented SA a couple of times too, and so I had to make a decision, and I'd always played footy, so thought I'd go down that pathway anyway.
So do you have any fond memories as a young fella, just now, like through your career whilst playing footy?
There's definitely a few. I was pretty lucky enough to be a part of a couple of premierships at local level with Brighton Footy Club, and then we had a lot of success at Sacred Heart too, winning Intercol and knockout level too. So so it was just that team success. It's always been really good. So, yeah.
As a young fella, did you ever grow up looking up to anyone in the AFL, not just in the AFL industry, but in general?
Yeah, in the AFL industry, I used to always play as a tall forward, tall marking forward. So I always used to watch a lot of Nick Rewalt, and the way he went about things on and even off the field. In his later career, with all his commentary and all his acts off the field too. So he was a big one that I looked at, and nowadays it's probably more of a Lockie Whitfield. Really like watching how he goes about things when he's playing, just being able to run off half back and use both sides of his body, and but off field, it's probably I like as a role model, Roger Federer. Just how humble he is, and just the way he goes about things. I've really admired that.
Is there anything that made you any major events in your life or your footy career that decided that I actually might take up footy professionally and like chase it?
Yeah, I think it was under 15s level. I think that was my first state team that I made, and just being a part of that, like I said before, I've always been a part of a really good group of guys, and just like really professional in the way they went about things. Actually, like really inspired me because I was playing basketball at the time, and I knew that I'd had to make a decision sooner or later, and obviously really enjoyed both sports. And yeah, I think just the camaraderie and how elite everyone sort of acted on and off the field. Yeah, like I said, really admired that, and I think that sort of really terminated towards footy.
And you mentioned Lockie Whitfield earlier and how like you sort of play more of a forward role / winger role. Have you always been in that sort of position, or have you just like moved around your whole career sort of thing?
Yeah, I think one of the things I try and make myself is very versatile. So, like I said, I used to play a lot of my footy up forward, but now so it's more down back and like half back on a wing. So just providing a bit of run. I don't think I'm the quickest bloke, but sort of try and pride myself on my fitness and just my kicking and decision making.
So you played your juniors at Brighton Bombers. What was that like as a club, and was there anything that made you like decide to play there?
Yeah, it was really good. It was sort of that was my first taste of I suppose sort of more. It was more professional footy than I was used to at the time, and yeah, I made a lot of good mates there, and yeah, that was sort of while I went there. I went to school with a few of the boys that played there, and they said they really enjoyed it. So yeah, went there.
And you were lucky enough to make the under-16s national championship side for South Australia in 2018, and I think you won the overall competition that year. What was that like as an experience, as like playing at, say, your first state level competition?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just being able to, I suppose, just go away, and they try and make those sorts of trips as, I suppose, as elite as possible, and sort of try to make it like on an AFL list, I suppose, like just flying up there and just where you stay and the things you sort of do. And yeah, I've said it a few times already, like just the group of boys, they were unreal, and hopefully, I think we probably would have had a pretty similar side this year. Sorry, and yeah, I think we probably could have almost it would have been us or WA that could have taken home the chocolate. So yeah, would have been good to see. So, yeah.
So you also played in the under-18s for SA. What was that like to play at such a high level of footy?
Yeah, it was really good, and I was at the time I was only a bottom major, so it was sort of a bit overwhelming at the time, but unreal looking back at it. And yeah, obviously it's a lot quicker, a lot bigger bodies as well. That's probably what you're used to, but you sort of just had to adjust to it, and yeah, absolutely loved playing there. So
you also trained with the Power Boys. What was that whole experience like to train with an AFL club and whatnot?
Yeah, just seeing what they how they prepare themselves. We were training with them in the pre-season, so it was a pretty heavy schedule, and there was 5 of us there, and we were pretty lucky to be able to train and do most of the things that they were doing. I think the only stuff we didn't really do was their sort of match play, which we didn't want to really interfere with. But yeah, I don't think I've ever slept better in my life. I suppose I was that tired all week just because their schedule's so busy, and just how they go about things. Even in their downtime, like they're always still trying to improve, and they're always doing stuff that's gonna, like I said, improve them and improve the others around them too.
Did you take anything out of training, I guess, with an AFL club, both mentally and physically?
Yeah, I think just how demanding it will be, I suppose, on your body as well, but also mentally. Obviously, it's everyone's dream to play AFL footy, and it just sort of gives you that taste, just to want that a little bit more. Like you know you're close, and just being able to experience that and train with them at such a high level, and just trying to match with blokes that you're probably definitely not used to playing against, I suppose, and just matching them, it's just unreal, and just trying to train as hard as possible now, and yeah.
Would you say it is a different setup comparing to your normal training, or was it quite similar?
No, it's very different. I'm always used to those sort of maybe 2-3 hour max trainings during the week, but I think we were there basically for Monday through to Friday, but had the day off Thursday, and that was basically the only day off we had. But like I said, absolutely loved every minute of it. That was an absolute honour, and very grateful to be a part of it. And would do it again in a heartbeat. So.
Throughout your so far successful career, have you had any major setbacks like injuries or other things like during your life?
I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had a hell of a lot of injuries. I suppose this year's probably I've been a bit unlucky. I've had a couple of ankle injuries already, so missed just over a month of footy. But last year had a couple of broken ribs too. But played the finals with them, and got through that and had a bit of a break over the pre-season. But like I said, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had too many setbacks, which is good. And
do you have any advice for younger kids that are looking to take the footy pathway professionally?
I think it's just more so training as hard as possible, and like it's cliche, but everyone says you train like you play, and I find that's just what I try and pride myself on. I try and train as hard as possible because I know that I'll be prepared for that in the game. And my dad always has harped it on to me since I was probably just starting to play footy. It's just being able to kick on both feet, and I guess you had trouble so many times, but it's just so handy when you can use both sides of your body, I suppose, both foot and hand. So it's just those extra skill sessions every now and again, and
So you did the SA, the South Australian NAB combine on the last weekend, I think it was. What was that like as an experience?
Yeah, it was really good. I suppose it was very different to what it normally is, but like I said, very grateful to be a part of it, and I think there was only probably just over half of us that were actually testing, so sort of made you want to, I suppose, get up there in the results a little bit more, but sort of made you want it a bit, but it was really good, and very hard. It can be a bit harder when you sort of haven't really prepared too much or haven't had a lot of time to prepare for it, but I think all the boys did really well, and got to be happy with themselves. Thanks,
guys, for tuning into this week's episode with Zac Dumesny. Don't forget to go check out our Instagram, which will be linked down in the description. Go check out Zac's Instagram while you're at it, which will also be linked down in the description. Thanks for coming on, Zac.
No worries. Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.